everyone. I believe that I am baking. I believe that we are good. I get a quick check. Can everybody hear me? I audible. I'm gonna assume that y'all can hear me. Go from there. Alright everyone, hello. We are currently in the pre-race rumble for the Dickies Kickoff for the DORK Racing Series. I believe we are working. I believe we are live. I believe everyone can hear me. Okay. Check to make sure y'all can hear me. Yep. I hear myself. Great. Awesome. Hello, Nate. Just heads up. If you want to chat to everyone else, you're unmuted in general, but this is going to be the broadcast VC. I'm just here for the live stream. Okay. Oh. Sorry, y'all. It's a bit boring currently. I am eating before the race, so. Gotta get the race more. Apologies, I am still eating. Hello, eater. Okay, I think we're good. Just scarfed down a pizza in about 10 minutes, which is a world record time for me. Hello everybody, welcome to the DORK Dickies Kickoff here at the Giant Haybale Factory Co-Incorporated LLC Speedway. Or we just call it the Giant Haybale Factory for short. This is race 1 of 9 of the Dickies Off Road Kings, or DORK Trophy Truck Racing Series that will be hosted weekly on Tuesdays, and maybe some other dates, just spotted around the summer. Most of them will be live streamed, not sure if all of them will be here. They might move to their own channel at some point, depending on how successful this one is. We'll see. But this is just something I would like to do that me and my friends have been doing for fun, and we will now be broadcasting it, showing it off to the world, where Zenith 770, also known as Nick, has just set another track record because this guy is the fastest back in the field as it stands. For those of you curious, either watching the VOD and replay or the 6 of you watching right now, we've got a field of about 7 trucks, and very interesting lot or group of people. Right now, at the top of the charts, we have Zenith 770. He goes by Nick. We're going to call him Nick, just to get used to it. In the Barks 7X19 Raptor truck. This guy has topped the charts in probably every track that currently exists with these trucks. He also helped build this track. Sorry. A semi-new, but pretty talented track builder, and a Sigma male grind set level of attachment to these trucks in particular. Nick will get out there, work his hardest, and the results show for it, as he is a solid 3 seconds faster than the guy in second place on the leaderboards of all time, and 7 seconds faster than the guy who is right behind him in leaderboards right now. And that man happens to be 684845 in the 6.8 Cola Thruster Geyser Motorsports truck. Now, 684, a lot of you will know as a developer for monster trucks, a man with his being in monster trucks, but he's deciding to dip his toe into a different form of off-road racing today, which is trophy trucks. And, he's currently 2nd when it comes to free practice, and I'm pretty sure he's high up, 7th in the current all-time record leaderboard. I believe that's 6 because the first place time was cheated. Whatever. So that will be the man that is currently trailing Nick in times. Following him is his older brother. We'll refer to him as Shelby. Sometimes goes by Shades of It Cool, sometimes goes by Open Sleep. Depends on who you are and how well you know. In his 19 Shellblade FabTech truck. This guy, as of recent, has become a very notable talent when it comes to the world of painting. And he also decided to, throw his hat into the ring into this whole trophy truck racing thing. And he is here currently running 3rd in the free practice standings. So I'd say, much like his brother, they're coming out, they're doing a pretty good job. Just ignore Nick, he's in a league of his own. Following Shelby Cobra, we're going to have Nate. Or Luck Nate, we'll just refer to him as Nate. A veteran of row racing for almost 8 years now, I want to say. Nate has done almost anything and everything there is to do with 4 wheels on Roblox. And with all of his experience, all of his time in row racing, and his time being a real-life commentator who has called sports on ESPN, by the way, fun little fact, Nate is just coming back. I believe he has made it clear that he's just here to have some fun, throw his hat into the ring, and do some driving in his royal purple 50 Armada trophy truck. Following Nate in the times leaderboard right now is going to be Wrench Head right here in the, believe it or not, 66 Wrench Head FabTech, or not FabTech, 66 Wrench Head 19, apologies. Wrench Head being a more prominent figure in the monster truck community that I drugged into here because I just think he's a chill guy. Some of you might know him as Jake Canuso. He was a pretty prominent competitor in the Horsepower Points series. And Jake has just decided to get out of his comfort range a little bit, experiment with something different, and, you know, running 5th in the standings right now, not too shabby. Following Wrenchhead is Epic Man, sorry. Just refer to him as Epic in his custom-made, it doesn't have a number, but it is a Pennzoil Mason Motorsports Gen 2 truck. Now, Epic Man has been a talented and very valuable modeler in much of my community. Again, much more experienced with monster trucks, but once again, I kind of drug him into the deep end, had him do some off-road racing, and proven to be quite effective at it. So, Epic Man, making his way around the track right now, as you can see. Again, pretty prosperous competitor, pretty interesting prospect overall. And currently, rounding out the current time leaderboard is going to be Matt, in the 413 Giant Haybale Factory 19 Raptor, who is currently going backwards, but we're going to ignore that. Matt, having little to no experience in much of any racing, I believe this is going to be his, I want to say his first road racing start. Jumping off into the deep end with something as difficult as trophy truck racing, it's going to be interesting to see how Matt fares against his fellow competitors. And as of right now, that is the current field as it stands during free practice. We've got about 12 more minutes. Drivers making their way around the track, trying to get a good feel, maybe trying to see what all they can do on a consistent basis. Yeah. Oh, this is not your race. Bros. Let's see in chat. Nate making it a very clear pack that it is the field versus Nick. As you can see, again, Nick has a 7-second time gap to the rest of the field as it stands. A very dominant person when it comes to times. But when it comes to the actual racing, we'll have to wait and see. Hello, Nate. Sorry, I didn't know you were server muted. I just unserver muted you, by the way. How points and all that jazz work? That is a good question. We have a spreadsheet. Points for DORK is pretty simple. It just depends on just general finishing position, all that sort of stuff. So all it is the top 6 get points. The first place driver gets 12, second 9th, third 6, fourth 4, fifth 2, and sixth 1. The pole position driver, aka the fastest driver in qualifying, will get 2 points, and the fastest lap during the race will get 1 point. Pretty simple. Now there was a season before this that was kind of short, cut, and dry. It was only 2 races long, but this is kind of the rebirth of the series. So I didn't want to make that previous series mean nothing. So depending on where you were in the standings in the previous season, you got points. There were 7 people who finished in the points in the standings. So the first place driver in the standings, that being Juan the American, got 7 points. And then Nick, who finished second in the standings, got 6 points, so on and so forth. So some people start out with a little more points than others, just to make that last season not entirely meaningless. About 9 minutes remaining in free practice before we start getting into qualifying time. There's my partner in crime, holy moly.
Hello.
Everyone on the live stream, welcome our boy Kurt B. Prooms, Gray, whatever you want to call
Gerald
him.
B. Prooms, that's Gerald B. Prooms to you.
Our friend Gerald B. Prooms, who is going to be
That's
our secondary commentator and our helicopter pilot for today's race. Everyone in chat who says hi to Gerald B. Prooms will get a free cookie from him.
No, no,
no. We have no.
No, never mind.
Okay.
No, I can't say that.
You joined at the right time. We got about 8 minutes left in free practice. Nick is, of course, dominating the field. Surprise, surprise.
Crazy.
The current goal time for our live chat to run consistently, probably about a 240, 246, 245. Nick's current fastest lap time is a 239. And he just set that a couple laps ago, and he seems to be just chilling right now because he hasn't seemed to set any more laps that I can see. So in terms of raw pace over a lap, Nick is the force to be reckoned with here. But again, you never know how it fares in an actual race.
Let me. I'm gonna turn on my noise suppression. Actually, no. I'm keeping it off. You guys are dealing with it. Womp womp.
Check it. The stream is a little grainy. What the? Stream been this grainy the whole time? Bro. That's. Why is it so grainy?
Alright guys, helicopter is going to be hovering around the track now. For no real purpose, but you know, just because. Helicopter, helicopter. Helicopter.
Yeah, I've upped the stream bitrate a little bit. Maybe that'll fix for the grain. Oops, on my part.
Does 6A want to jump in the helicopter?
He is actually going to be
Or
racing.
Shades McCool. Really?
Both of them are racing. I decided.
Both the Cobras.
Yep.
Shocking. Would you like to jump in the helicopter?
I would.
Oh.
Live stream diagnostic.
Let me. Oh, okay. You're just gonna teleport to me.
That works.
I was gonna land it at the helipad. But
Now we're good.
Alright. You see that red truck over there? I don't know who. I think that's Matt.
That is
Yeah,
Matt,
yeah.
yes.
I think that's Matt.
Matt in the 413
I'll
giant
follow him.
Haybale factory in 19 Raptor.
I heard the CEO was here today.
Oh, yes. Interesting. And the CEO of the giant Haybale factory probably calling our engines.
Oh, good on him. He's a great guy, you know. Does a lot for charity.
Really?
Yeah, a lot. He built a lot of schools for poor kids.
Good to
Feeds a
know.
lot of people in Africa. Yeah, built a lot of wells. Yep. Highly respected member of the community.
I guess I'll have to remind our competitors of that once they get in here, just so they know what they're up against. Just so they know who they're dealing with. We can show the utmost respect.
Yeah.
We know his name?
John Haybale.
Sure. John Haybale.
Hold on. I know this is probably not sanitary, but let me crack open a cold one in the helicopter real quick. Excuse me. 1 second. Hold on. Hold on a second.
Mr.
Oh,
Mender,
God.
Mr. Mender in
Yeah.
chat. Dirtborn is going to get a remaster with brand new trucks and a whole lot of other smashing cool stuff. Stay tuned. That's
Oh, yeah.
that is kind of what this series is for. I am losing sight. losing our sight on the Mad Cat truck from this.
Oh, sorry, I was cracking open a cold one. Alright, getting back to it now.
So just to clarify for
Let me go a
everyone...
little closer.
Oh, yeah. So just to clarify for everyone that is here... Why am I lagging? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I'm lagging real bad. What's happening? I think we're good now. Internet moment.
Like, literally, I think I'm literally screwing up Matt's lap
Bro.
time right now.
Alright, just to be clear for everyone watching, we're going to finish off free practice in about 3 minutes, and we're going to have what is known as knockout group qualifying. There's going to be a first qualifying session where everyone qualifies, and there's going to be a second qualifying session where the bottom half of the field is locked in, and the top half of the field then re-qualifies, and that will then determine our starting grid.
Wonder how badass Matt feels right now with a helicopter just following him around while he's doing practice. Oh god! Oh god!
Oh shit!
We have a madman on the track! Oh shit! There's more! Actually, hold on. Before I continue using obscenities, what is our obscenity policy here at DORK at Nate Sports 1?
Just be semi-civil. You just be reasonable.
There is none. He just fanned me out.
Be reasonable.
All right, considering this.
Oh.
By Luck Nate TV. I don't know what the line is because Nate has said worse things than all of us combined. Okay?
Oh, my OBS
That's
is
only
frozen.
half true.
My OBS is frozen. Oh my god. And my ROBLOX is frozen as well. Awesome.
Hello, America.
I'm having an internet moment, y'all. I apologize.
You better be sorry.
Yes, stream is...
I'm gonna have to punish you for this later.
Stream is just dead. I have to restart.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I I think we're back. The bitrate has dropped, but I think we're back. I can't fully tell. I heard. Am I audible? No, of course not. I think we're doing better. Alright, we're gonna clear the board. I think we're good to start qualifying. Stream seems to be kind of okay. Yeah, we can do some quick interviews. Okay, I think the stream is back. I think the stream is back. Just heads up. What is Timmy doing? What is Timmy doing? What is Timmy doing? I'm gonna give you 4 more minutes to do interviews and we'll start quali. You do that. I would recommend interviewing some front runners, so maybe we can interview some people that get knocked out in Q1 as well. Just a heads up. I'd recommend interviewing some front runners first, so then we can interview some people that get knocked out in Q2. We're on broadcast. He did do that. We'll do Nick and do what? We'll do Nick and then one more. with either Epic or Han. Or Junior, sorry. Oh. He is quite fast. He is actually, considering legitimate lap times and excluding me, he is the second fastest driver in terms of raw pace. Behind Nick. So. Alright. Now that we have rounded up... Oh, go ahead. He's here. Alright, as night begins to fall, we're gonna ask everyone to get in your trucks and line up in grid spots as we're about to get qualifying going. Thank you. Ooh, the brightness. Bruh. Alright, for our competitors and for our racers, as we were lining up, this is a reminder. Qualifying will be 2 10-minute sessions. The first one is qualifying 1, which we determine the second half of the field. Everybody will qualify. You just do laps. It's group qualifying. The top half of the field will then move on to Q2, in which they will re-qualify and determine the top 50% of the field. But the bottom 50% will be locked in after qualifying 1. Is... Alright. Is everybody ready to begin qualifying? Wait, let me trim down the field real quick. Some randoms here. All right, everybody. Let me clear this timing board once again. All right, everybody. The drop of the timer. Qualifying 1 begins for 10 minutes. Go out and set laps. It's not race mode, there is no draft or anything. Not sure who this big head guy is, but I'm about to have to ban him because he has not claimed to be anyone. keeps joining and getting in trucks. I don't know who it is. If it's someone here, they better speak up. If not, they're about to get mad. Well, I mean, since everyone's on their outlap, speaking of the helicopter, we have the fantastic DORK copter piloted by Gray, manufactured in-house by DORK Industries, specifically to broadcast trucks going in circles. So we can thank Gray for his service as a pilot, and DORK Industries for providing us with this amazing piece of aircraft that will allow us to see and watch the race from the skies. Wait, let's go to the helicopter can real quick. Helicopter is not moving. Might be lagging. Oh, no. Yeah, you're like teleporting. Everyone else is moving except for you. This kind of might just be overlooking. Okay. Whoa! Juan has speared off the track. Hey, this isn't a race though. This is just qualifying. I believe there will only be time to set about 2 laps. So people better make them count. It's 3-minute lap time. 2:40-ish. Well, if you make it back around when the timer ends, you will have time to complete the lap that you are on. So people just do that. Yeah, you can also just tap. Yes. Yeah, come in. Got an absolute barrage of trucks running around at nighttime. Whoa! Shelby's just flowing off the track. That is the Shelby scheme. That's Shelby and it's the Shelby scheme. Interesting. Started our first outlaps. For those of you in the trucks, FYI, there is a draft meter, and the trucks will collect draft, but it does not affect the trucks at all unless the ticker is set to race mode. So there will be draft during the race. Not during qualifying, though. Back here. Oh, Shelby's flipped again. I believe everyone here is driving active. Yes, Timmy is driving. Probably be about. I think it will be maybe 3 laps. I think people will be able to set 3 laps of qualifying. Nick, of course, split away from the field with a 1:19.3 Sector 1, which is pretty blisteringly fast-paced. Yep. And Ched in second, Epic in third. We can't remove it because of the way the data stores work, so fuck there. Nate already got enough bullying for it, it's hard. Laggy qualifying is just the nature of there's 12 trucks on track right now. Maybe more. Yeah, there's 12. Oh, that's Juan flipped. We're having some people getting some mistakes in qualifying. Not optimal. Not sure, but if he keeps in a truck. I just let him be. If he hops in a truck, we'll ban him, because he's been getting in a truck and trying to set lap times. Not allowed. Nick is gonna be our first lap out of qualifying. Big Head is spawning in trucks. I'm about to ban him. Which was also set by him. This is a 240. One with a 246. Oh yeah. Consistency is very key. Right now, of course, Nick rounding out the top of the leaderboard with a 241. Juan running in second with a 246. Run Chad in third with a 248. Oh, Nate just sets. Oh, Nate takes second in his lap round. Actually, I've been corrected. Nate with a 246, taking second in qualifying as it stands. The speed creep of the last few days when it comes to people driving this track has been quite remarkable. Nick has always had a very huge time gap, but everyone has been catching up to him kind of in waves, and the biggest wave, I believe, happened in the past couple days, where a lot of people began to break that 250 mark and started to encroach on Nick's lap times more consistently, which is pretty interesting to see. There are two sectors on this track. Supra has parked. I think Supra has parked. I believe Supra has taken a step back from qualifying. That is true. There is always the race. Qualifying just determines your position. Nick comes around to the patented Nate away, the Nate Sports 1 straightaway. For very slightly faster. But he's not the only one in the field qualifying, so I think we're gonna have to... Going to be next across the line. I believe that is going to be Juan. Juan, Wrenchhead, and Epic to cross the line next. Juan is going to take second from Nate. By 2 seconds, but Nate is still making his way around the track. I think Epic moved up to 5th. Yes, he did. I believe everyone's going to make it around to do a 3rd lap in qualifying. Curious to see how Nate stacks up, because he did hold 2nd, but he just got overtaken by Juan. Yes, a Q1 and a Q2. So after this, the bottom half of the field will be knocked out, and only the top half of the field will... Nate, unfortunately, does not improve. But he does get in time for a 3rd lap. This is going to be interesting. I think everyone is going to be... lap? It looks... I don't think I see there... I believe so. Well, I believe he probably wanted to get himself set back up for a final lap. Supra is going to be the last person to get a lap, I think. Yeah, we're gonna give... Alright. Qualifying is officially ended. Once you cross the line, that will be it for qualifying. That is to every driver. We're gonna have Nick cross first and Supra cross last, because he just got back. I believe he disconnected. Just got back and he's able to set one last lap. He got in just in time. been storming around the track. Nick and Juan both with a 120.1 Sector 1, a pretty quick Sector 1 all things considered, along with, ooh, Shelby also in the 120.1 range, along with 684. This is interesting. That Sector 2 matters so much more, though, than you would first initially realize, so it's not just another half of the track, it is an unbeast entirely. He's playing with fire. Is he gonna cook with it? Ugh. Still sets a 241. That was a smooth exit. His slowest lap is still faster than the second place's fastest lap as it stands. Speaking of the second place driver, Juan is going to make his way around the banking. Apologies for the lag, everyone. My internet is not understanding me right now. Juan is going to cross the line to set a 245. Does not improve. He still holds second as it stands, but there are many more drivers in the field that could take that from him. As Epic crosses the line, does not improve. Here comes Wrench Head. I think he about to slow down there. Oh, Shelby jumps all the way up to third. Okay, I believe he saves himself from getting knocked out at the last possible second. Here comes Junior and Matt. Junior's gonna knock himself up to fifth. This is gonna be interesting. We're missing Nate, Timmy, NYC, and Supra as it stands. Nate has just jumped off the banking, so I don't think he will be improving. Oh, Timmy has already crossed the line. A 248. Barely does not make it into Q2. C. Gonna cross the line with a 252. He improves his time, does not improve his position. I believe Supra is the last guy we're waiting for. Gonna be interesting. Going down the NATO way. Gonna be an interesting. Oh no! Oh, under pressure. Supra flies off the banking, unfortunately sticking him into the last grid spot. That might be an interesting starting spot for the race, though. We'll have to see. But that is going to be it for Q1. If I can get a screenshot, that'd be nice. It's not letting me get a screenshot. Can you post that in announcements? For those of you having trouble with lights, that is a graphics issue because ROBLOX uses old lighting on lower graphic settings. So we might we're probably gonna force the rest of this into daytime. I didn't realize that'd be a recording issue. So apologies for that. So as it stands, the drivers that made it into Q2 are 6th place up. That means Nick, Juan, Shelby, Nate, Junior, and 684 will advance into Q2. Everyone else is knocked out and will probably just have to chill for a little bit. Position yourselves based off your ratings. You don't have to, because this is just qualifying as it stands. But your drivers 7 through 12 are going to be Timmy, Frenchhead, Epic, Matt, NYC, and Supra. That's going to be the bottom half of your starting grid. Gonna wait for, who are we missing? We're gonna need Shelby. Nate's on the grid. We're gonna need Shelby. What? We could do that. We'll do that. Alright, is that everyone in Q2? It is. Alright. Great, you can be, yeah, great, you can be in charge of this. Nick is off to start Q2. Junior, oops. Junior, it's okay, he's new to this. And it'll be Shelby. That'll be 684. And Junior? He's just new to this. Oh. Alright. Let me set the time real quick. Morning. Nate is, there we go. Alright. That is now Q2 underway. With the field spread out. Let me erase this timing board so that it's fully reset. So your laps in Q1 will not count. You have to set completely new ones here. Which could shake up the entire complexion of the front half of the field. If you want, you can also interview some guys that got knocked out in the second half of the field. Or if you would like me, or if you want me to do that, I can. You want to do that? Alright. Go on. Go thing. Safe helicopter landing. One that is in the infield, I'm going to go ahead and despawn your truck, just for performance sake. And I ask that you not spawn the truck for the... just to save on performance. Bruh. Oh! Bruh. He was actually saying stuff. .48, get it right. You're not doing bad. There is also draft, don't forget. There's no draft and qualifying in the race, I mean. It's alright. It's been a while. Sorry. As we conclude that interview with Timmy, right now as it stands, Nick has set a 241 and is once again topping the charts with Shelby in second, Juan in third, 684 in fourth, Nate in fifth, and Junior has yet to make it around the track. Actually, he's just about to. It is going to throw him sixth as it stands, but that is the standings as of right now. Continue on. Yes. Let's keep it reasonable. Yeah, you did. You did already, cuz. It's unreasonable. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. That's really mean. Woo! People are moving. People are moving. As we are standing right now, Juan has charged his way up into second, just barely short of Nick's time. Wait, no, that's a 242 versus 241. Oops, Nick has just said a 118.7 sector one. Nick has said a 118 sector one. It's over. We're all gonna die. Anyways, Shelby Cobra holding strong in third right now. Both him and Juan with a 119 those previous laps. 684 holding out in fourth, Nate in fifth, and Junior up rounding out in sixth. Gonna be an interesting one. I believe this is everyone's last lap. Might get some stragglers through who are able to make it and complete one more lap. This is going to be interesting. By virtue of raw pace alone, Nick might be able to complete it. That might be ridiculous. Nick has flipped it. That's alright. Well, you know what? He's not going to take advantage of that. Everyone is going to now come to the line and complete their final laps of Q2. Let's see how the field stacks up. Next up is Juan going to cross the line. Let's see. 244 does not improve. He's going to hold second as it stands, but here comes Shelby flying around the banking, and he goes around! Oh, shoot. Well, I mean, he's got provisional third if nobody else overtakes him, so we'll see. Ah, shoot. Up next, coming to the line is going to be 684. How does he stack up? 249 does not improve. He's going to hold provisional fourth. I think the last two drivers to round it out are going to be Junior and Nate, with Junior leading the charge as it stands. Coming down that 808. Oh. A little all over the place, but he's about to cross the line. Let's see. What is he going to do with this lap? 250 does not improve. Nate's going to be our last person to see if we can shake things up. With the 120 Sector 1, where does he land himself? Moves himself up to fourth. Okay, passes 6-8. That's going to put 6-8 in fifth. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the top half of the field. Can you screenshot into the announcements again? Sorry, I don't know why my screenshot won't work. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go ahead and go and type up this starting grid. Alright. I am about to... Alright, and announcements is going to be your starting grid as it stands right now. Right now, nothing changes. As it stands, Nick is going to be your pole sitter with Juan in second, Shelby in third, Nate in fourth, 6-8 in fifth, Junior in sixth, Timmy in seventh, Wrenchhead in eighth, Epic in ninth, Matt in 10th, NYC in 11th, and Supra in 12th. 12th. We ask that everyone take their trucks to the grid as we get ready for our national anthem and the firing of the engines. John Haybale. John Haybale. Nate, you're able to move up. Here's fourth. 6-8 should be here. Junior, you should move over one. Right. So Junior, you should be over here. You should be on the right side, not on the left side. 684 should be on the left side. Wherever 684 is. And then our 7th place is Timmy, correct. Wrenchhead, you can move up next to Timmy in the orange Hummer. Epic, you will take Wrenchhead's spot. And then NYC and Super, you guys just switch orders. The left lane is going to be the primary lane, so that'll be first, third, fifth, seventh. Outside gets a better entry into turn 1. The rabbit. Oh, NYC has taken AFK. He is back off the track. We're going to turn off the overly dramatic music as we get ready. I ask everyone to step out of their truck. Do we have the Dork Warrior on standby? Do you need me to get that? All me? Okay. Where do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it back here or? All right, everyone. The Dork Warrior has landed with John Haybale inside. We ask everyone to step out of their trucks. Step out of their trucks. So your engines are off. We ask that you turn your volume up so you can hear the national anthem. And I want you to keep your eyes on those 2 American flags on the Dork Warrior as we salute for the national anthem. Whenever you're ready, John Haybale. It's you. You. Hold on, I'll send it to you. Go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem.
Whatever. We're going. Oh my god! Oh, what? I think we've lost John Haybale. Gray, would you be able to do the honors of being our Grand Marshal in the absence of John Haybale? And his 20 charities. Just out of his pure kindness. Yeah, how are we gonna do that? You can press M to turn off your engines, by the way, so you can actually start them. Put everyone off. Once you're in your truck, press M to turn your engine off. Or I believe it's D-pad. You know what? It's fine. So we'll just have some gentlemen start their engines. One in the back of the field. Might be Supra. Oh, someone's got their engine on. To turn on the engine, you hold the M to run the cycle, and then you press W to fire it. Alright. Come on. That's super again. Oh man, you know what? You know what? Just do the thing. Just do the thing. Give us your best one. Oh yeah, that was sick. That was sick. Alright, everyone. Everyone is in their proper assigned grid spots. I'm also going to clear the timing board so we can get our fastest lap recorded for the race. Now that we run through the field, we've done our qualifying, everything is set. Are we ready to go racing at the Dickies Kickoff? Oh. If anyone is not ready, please speak now or forever hold your last place position. Alright, everyone. We're gonna do a countdown, and once we drop to 0, we're gonna get this race started, everyone. Good luck. Get ready. We're gonna get going. Here we go. And the green flag is dropped for the Dickies Kickoff at the giant Haybale factory. Racing for Kyle Busch and John Haybale, the 18 plus 2 laps. Whoa. We've got Matt already spinning in the back. Everyone's a little squirrely. Juan gets off to an early lead with Epic in third, Nick in second. This is an interesting starting lineup. I don't know what I'm saying. Someone's got their lights on to blind the rest of the field. Whoa, we've got people sideways all over the field. Some people just leave their lights on to intimidate the field, I guess. Because Nick has taken his lead. Timmy has made his way into third with Juan in second. This is interesting. Coming through the Haybale tunnel, the giant Haybale arch. Some people once again getting sideways. Matt is off track. Matt is all over the place. Juan's still holding a lead, at least on my screen. Please, out of courtesy, turn your lights off. They do go into a high mode before turning off. It's when you press L, it goes from off to low to high to off. But please be courteous and turn your lights off kindly. Thank you. Juan and Nick are currently pulling the lead. We have a pack of trucks following them. The current frontrunners of said pack being Epic 684, Timmy, and Nate. It's a very tight pack right here. Junior's actually not that far behind. Pretty condensed. I think Nick has just overtaken the lead. No, I'm using my spectate cam, sorry. I can get to the foot quicker. Whoa. Okay, we're good. He didn't lose a whole lot of time. Be nice to him. Be nice to our competitors. Nick has charged his way up into the front, but Juan is actually not that far behind. 6-8 and Epic might be catching. It's hard to tell right now. They both get really squirrely off that. Shelby, I believe, in 5th. It's a little hard to tell because of the way that Roblox is lagging right now. For me, at least. Oh, 100%. 100%. pyrotechnics going off as Nick crosses the line to lead our first lap of DORK Season 1. With Juan only about 2 seconds back, Shelby making his way up to third. We got a very strong mid-pack, all condensed. It seems only within 3 seconds of each other. Juan and Matt tailing off the rest of the field. Is that NYC? Oh, NYC has fallen off the banking. Rip. Start. Nick still actively. Nick is still getting the leg up on Juan out of sheer pace right now. But again, it is a war of attrition. This race is. This track is treacherous. This track is long. It's 20 laps, 3-minute lap times. Not exactly going to be a short, nice, daisy-painted race. It's going to have to be something that both of these drivers are going to have to slug through to get the results they want. Got Nate making his way up to third, and I believe that is Timmy. Who was in fourth? I can't tell. Well, that was Timmy in fourth. Epic looks to be in fourth. Whoa! Epic is speared off the track. Shelby has taken his way into fourth. On my screen, at least. Juan is actually not that far behind off of Nick right now. Nick with a 1:18.8 Sector 1, but he does make some minor mistakes there in Sector 2. Juan still applying the pressure. Nate also not that far behind, along with Shelby, Epic, Wrenchhead, and Timmy rounding out that mid-pack. Out of the trailing pack, it seems that 684 is the current front runner, with Junior and Matt not too far behind. NYC, after his wreck, has lost a chunk of ground. But there will be more racing to come. Ooh, 6-8's a little sideways. That was a little sketch there. Checking with our front runners. Nick has still got a pretty sizable gap. I think he might be getting a bit of a distance on Juan right now, but again, the draft is going to change some things when it comes to this race. Flag wasn't as severe, but oh well, what can you do? Nate's still holding a very strong podium position, but once again, Epic and Shelby have not let up this entire race so far. Shelby might actually... Whoa! That is a very huge, large possibility. We'll see. Because in order to finish first you have to finish, and I think a lot of the field had that sentiment that a lot of their priorities right now are just to finish the race. And some of those people that, you know, have that sentiment, those people mainly being Timmy and NYC, Timmy actually seems to be rounding out the mid-pack and not doing too bad of a job. NYC, unfortunately, again, suffering from some incidents, some wrecks earlier on, throwing him further back in the pack, but still fighting, still not out of it. I mean, it's racing. Anything can happen. Traffic stop. Oh, I forgot to change the text on OBS. This is Q1. Yes, that's okay. Actual race first. Both of them don't seem to be pushing it in terms of lap time, at least. The fastest Sector 1 in that whole lap was Shelby. Out in the mid-pack. I think most people are just trying to keep it consistent as it stands right now, because there are 17 laps remaining in this race. Actually, 18 laps remaining. My apologies. 18 laps remaining in this race, and again, if you want to make it all the way to the end, it's going to have to be a war of just staying your ground, being as solid as you possibly can, as consistent as you possibly can, because being fast comes with its risks. Sometimes those risks sometimes outweigh the rewards. But I think also to your point, that final turn... Oh. Juan seems to be knocking out that wall right now. It seems he's gained a little bit over the course of that lap. There was originally a 5-second gap, if I am not mistaken, and he has narrowed it down slightly. That mid-pack is spreading out slightly, with Shelby being the front runner, making his way up into third. I believe Nate made a mistake or something, because he was pretty solidly in the leading force of that mid-pack. He's fallen down positions as it stands. But that mid-pack is still pretty consistent. Timmy has made his way all the way up to 6th, with Supra and Matt trailing, with Wrenchhead, Junior, 684, and NYC rounding out your field. Happened. Well, there was originally going to be a day-night cycle, but I'm just going to force it into day because of the way the lights work. It will probably be changed. Nick has just set a 118.9 Sector 1, trying to keep his own against Juan right now. As it turns out, as it comes from raw pace, he is currently a second and a half up, but Sector 2, again, is a pretty big determining factor in this race, as Sector 1 can pretty easily just be smoothed over. But Sector 2, I believe, is a much more technical section of the track. I believe... Nope, that's a lag. Never mind. Super pulled over. That was just road. It will. I mean, if it pays off for him. I believe... That is true. I believe Juan has him beat in some of these slower speed corners, but Nick has mastered the high speed as it stands. Both of them evenly matched in passing driving style, it seems. Epic Man, I believe, has punched his way up into third. It seems like we might have had a mistake out of Shelby. He seems to be regaining his ground, but I think that is Epic holding that third spot with Nate not too far behind the both of them. Mid-pack is very interesting in terms of battles. That is a little unfortunate. That means Juan is going to have to push a little bit harder, as Nick has just set a lap time that was 2.5 seconds faster than Juan's previous lap time, so it is now up to the driver's raw pace and their ability to stay consistent that is going to determine the outcome of this race as it stands right now. I was correct. Epic Man has made his way up into the third position, rounding out the podium, and Shelby did fight his way back up into that fourth spot with Nate not too far behind them. Timmy has still battling hard, still holding off that sixth position. He's not too far behind the mid-pack runners, along with the Wrenchhead actually rounding out that mid-pack, also not too far behind. Then we got 684 Junior Supra, Matt, and NYC rounding out the end of the field pack. Mm-hmm. Nick seems to be escaping his grasp, but Juan is still holding on tight. He is not too far behind as of right now. Again, those tighter sections seem to be his strong suit as it stands right now. There are definitely a lot of tighter tracks on the schedule. As of right now, there is Nate's Mount Buffett circuit, which is a 40-second lap time circuit with a whole bunch of tight corners. And there's the possibility of Scala Airport, which is also a very tight track, also made by Nate. He seems to have a style with those. But there's definitely a big mix of long, windy, fast tracks and slower, tighter, shorter tracks. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how drivers will fare and how their driving styles will come out in each unique style of track each race. Across the line right now to finish off lap number 5. Nick sits a 2 flat. Oh, I believe Juan's made a mistake. Uh-oh. That's not very good for his early race run. He's now within breathing distance of the mid-pack frontrunner Epic Man. Those mistakes will cost you. As you stated before, I believe... Oh, go ahead. I don't know if there's any set policy, I'm not gonna lie. Fully transparent. Probably should have... We probably should have had a set protocol, but I think if it's reasonable enough, it'll probably be down to a judgment call as it stands. I know that's probably not going to be the most popular thing in the world, and that is on me. You can get mad at me. We will probably hammer that out for next race. With some severe enough incidents to some of the front runners, I believe that would quantify caution in this race. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Don't make me revoke your pilot's license. And the field is a... The Grunes are head aerodynamics department. Oh, okay, well, you know what, that's fair. Stands right now, Nick still has a crushing hand on the rest of the field right now. Juan, I believe, is breaking away from the mid-pack, so we've got some pretty spread out action as but it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this race shakes out. Maybe. Maybe that's once the mistake starts to creep in. Don't jinx him. Oh boy. I believe Wrenchhead. Oh, Wrenchhead has taken charge up into 6th place with Timmy falling down into 7th. The mid-pack is still pretty close, yeah. Shelby and Epic have been at each other this entire race, it seems. Neither of them wanting to let the other one take that podium spot. Hang out on the podium with Nick. Maybe. Could be. We could have a much tighter mid-pack. Maybe Juan might have made another mistake, because I believe the gap was bigger last time. Last time the timing system checked. Checking here stuff. 18 seconds ahead, you mean? I got some of the back battles as it stands. NYC just finished his lap with a minute 4. I think Nick is a sector ahead. Both of them are in threatening distance of one another. That is true. Yes. Probably in the 79 F100, I believe. Could be wrong. I think it's in a like a 30s Ford something. Very, very close. Nate is also, again, Nate is also not that far behind. We might do field caps for some other races. We'll just have to see. I don't know if it's affecting the drivers. If it's fine for the drivers, then I don't. Field cap, which I think we'll have to determine that after the race. This is true. This is. Two stages. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Shelby is upside down. I think we might be approaching Cautionville. Hold on. You know what? Oh, yeah, that's fair. I think we're about an incident. I think we're about it. Yeah, I will probably say we're about an incident away from another caution. Not an invitation to do something. Actually, yeah, that's we'll go with that. Starting now. Starting now through major incident. Oops. That is not. I think honestly, maybe we could go with 4. I think we'll do. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think we'll do 1 more as of right now, but I think going forward we'll do. If everyone has spotted another niche around their foot. Other people running in the back. Whoa! One on 2 wheels. That's pretty. I wouldn't count that as major. He seems perfectly fine. Definitely. So. Up on people. We're welcome to take a photo. Everyone has found their footing. Juan is just at a 242. Yes. Both does seem to have found their footing. Everyone seems to be. Wanna call that? Ready? trackman is... Yes? Just to remind everyone, if a caution is called and the leader is not past Sector 2, there is starting grids at Sector 2, so we will not have to complete the full lap to restart. We will just restart at the Sector 2 gate. That's where those extra starting grid slots are. That's the DORK zone for this track. So, starting grid. Starting grid. Starting grid. Starting to run in the 241 range now. Get pretty comfortable in that first place slot, but anything can happen. Epic Man sets a 1:17.6 Sector 1 with that previous lap. Holy cow. Yes. Oh, that is actually his record, and he has now taken second from Junior. Ow. Impressive. Shelby's not too far off. Still unwavering. Very interesting pack. Quite difficult watching an entire field of trucks that are time. Oh, I got a little squirrely there. is either the point where everyone starts to turn their brain off and starts to do better, or turns their brain off and starts to make mistakes. We've officially hit the halfway mark of this race. It'll be interesting to see how people continue, see if they're able to hold their own. To find there goes Shelby. Shelby is off the track. That's a yellow flag. Alright everyone, that's going to be make your way to Sector 2 and line up in the starting grids in order you arrived. Sector 2 is right after the right-hand giant Haybale factory turn. That's going to shake up this race pretty considerably. Just a little bit. Gonna be Juan in second. You were further down the pack, were you not? I believe there's 14 grids here. Like choosing the outside. Oh. I think on that race back. Between Epic and Nate. Probably give it to Epic there. I know something. That's gonna be Imi and then Supra. Imi Supra 684. He gets that spot behind Epic, Supra behind Nate. That's not 684, that's Wrenchhead. Then Shelby's coming up. There's... You can slot in there. Wrenchhead. Wrenchhead, you can move up behind Timmy in the orange Hummer. Cutting through the grass on that hairpin. You're allowed to. It's not the fastest way to take the corner, but you're allowed to. There are walls and CCs, yes. How far is draft? Unsure. It kind of just... It kind of just fluctuates, I'm not gonna lie. Cross S2 or no? You don't have to cross S2. Turn your lights off. Good. Consider it. We're gonna wait for Super to get back before we get going again. Alright. Do you have any NRs? Everybody get ready. Or not ready. Speak your truth. Or forever hold your last place position. I believe that is almost everyone ready. Alright, everyone lock in. We're about to get the countdown going. We continue the Dickies Kickoff. The green flag has dropped. Whoa! Uh-oh. From here on out, it is now 4 major incidents until we get a caution. Just for clarification. Major incidents include flying off the track or flipping. Whoa! Oh, what is flipped? Junior's flipped! Talk about major incidents. It's the negative banking of that turn that can really get to you, but everyone else has been slow up into this lead-up lap, so it doesn't affect them as much as it could. Whoa! 684's come out in front with Epic in second. The restart has really shaken this up. This is insane. 684 is all over the place. Just the first lap of the restart, though. I think we're gonna call that one major incident for both Juan and Junior. That's one on the caution countdown. Epic holding second with Nick in first. That's Nate in third, 684 in fourth, Timmy in fifth. Epic slides out super wide there. Nick has charged his way up to the front, but Nate is not that far behind with 684, Epic, and Juan rounding out the top five. They're all squirrely. 684's around on the banking. Whoa! Oh, Nate almost takes that lap from Nick. The lag is pretty unreal. We might do field caps. I can't tell. Epic is all over the place. Covers it though. It's straight. We've got Nate, Juan, Timmy, and Epic rounding out our top five besides Nick in the lead. All of those guys are in considerable draft range. This is going to be interesting. In terms of raw, consistent. Nate taking full advantage of that restart right now. Dang. Also tightly packed, tightly bundled. Epic. I don't know if I lagged, but if you cut the inside of that friggin' Haybale tunnel, please let me know. I cannot tell. Might have just been lag though. Juan washes out wide. Nick, I believe, is pushing, getting that 119 sector 1. Kind of needs it right now. Everyone is. Well, it was technically a net benefit for him. I believe he was further behind. Time caution. Very interesting with the field right now. I think that's Wrench Head up in fourth, maybe Super to fifth. The lag is making the prototype. 684, unfortunately, falling all the way to last. Nate and Juan both applying consistent pressure to Nick right now. I think Super has made it up to fourth. All right. Wrench headed fifth. Nick's still with his stranglehold on the field right now. Not bulletproof though. Whoa, Nate narrowly avoids the stands there. That was scary. Nick with a 240.1. Holy cow. The pressure is on and he knows it. Oh, that's a major incident. Wrench Head is off the banking. That's 2 on the caution countdown right now. Lag is crazy. Impeccable. I believe Juan has caught Nate in that corner. They're both very close right now. They're neck and neck. It's kind of insane. Cooper's still holding out fourth. That is true. They can. Now Super rounds up fourth with Epic following behind along with Timmy and Shelby, I believe. Similar to 119 sector 1 once again. Incredibly rapid. Both Juan and Nate not too far behind in terms of raw pace. Goes to show that lap times aren't everything. Gotta be. Whoa, 684 has flown off the track. If we count that one as major. Fair point. That's 3. We're starting to make more mistakes now that the pressure is starting to get applied. I'd see some more yellow flags if the people struggle to keep themselves in line. Oh. Juan and Nate having an absolute dogfight for that second position right now. Kind of crazy how neck and neck those two are. Holding strong. McMahon has reclaimed that position from Timmy. Oh, 6-8 is off the banking. I believe that's our fourth. No, that's our fourth one. Once again, a yellow flag. Gonna race once again to sector 2. Seems gonna. Once again, line up at the sector 2 gate. Coming to take that first place with Juan in second and Nate in third for the restart. I'm gonna have to let it switch over tonight before I can switch it back today. Supra rounding out 4th, Epic in 5th. Timmy 6th. That makes his way up to 7th. Shelby to 8th. That is Junior to 9th. Six, 8, 4 to P10. NYC to P11 and Wrenchhead to P12. Alright, I think we're good to set the time now. Can I set the time of day? I'm gonna have to rejoin. I've lost use of admin. Alright, everyone, please. What the? Bruh. Let Nate speak. Right. If we could ask the Ville to turn their lights off, please. Remember, it goes from off to light to high to off again. Thank you. All right. I believe that is everyone ready. If there's anybody not ready, speak now or forever hold. You know the drill. All right, y'all. Get ready, lock in. Let's do it, y'all. The green flag is back out at the Dickies Kickoff. That seemed to be a strong. Okay, Shelby is. That's impressive. Oh, 6-8 is also flipped. Bruh. Yeah, we'll call that one since that, yeah. After this caution, we might bump it up to 5. Because there's a much more consistent run of that one. And also to be fair to the people who have been running up front all race. Speaking of running up front, Juan has made his charge all the way off into the lead right now. He's got a substantial lead over the field right now. Through. This is kind of wild. We might see our first lead lap by anyone who was not named Nick. As we cross the start finish, yes indeed, Juan is going to lead his first lap of the day with Nate in second, Epic in third. Holy cow, Nick is in 5th, but only 2 seconds back from the field. Oh, we've got people squirrely. None of those are really major though. Count those. Only on 1 right now. We will also no longer... Draft. Well, draft, and... I don't know. He's got magic. I can't justify it for him. Photo share, I heard. It's ridiculously close. I think we will call no cautions. We will call no cautions after... No cautions with 2 to go. So once we hit lap 19. It's been a bit of an interesting race so far. The first half, pretty spread out. Everyone kind of got in their own little lane, but as of right now, it is close. It is tight. It is kind of a bloodbath right now. Juan has taken the lead from Nick after that previous restart. Nick doesn't seem to be charging as hard as he was before. But again, there are still 6 laps to go here. Rounding out that top 5 is Nate Redchap. Whoa! Oh, they both flip! They both flip! That's insane! Oh my gosh! Nate to the lead! This is ridiculous. Actually, wait, Juan might still be in the fight. This is ridiculous. Well, that's 3. Well, we're up to 3 on the incident count. That is insane. This is some Looney Tunes shit. Juan is currently shitting bricks, fighting for the lead as well. Epic is also in the fray. This is a very interesting battle for the lead right now. This is ridiculous. Oh, Juan watches up on the banking, but he still makes it through. Nick goes wide. Epic. This is ridiculous. Holy cow. Now we're dogfighting. Whoa! Epic's almost left the track. This is insane. Matt up to 7th. Wow. All sorts of sideways. We got some people in the back going a little swirly. This is ridiculous. Juan and Nate now the breakaway stars of the field. With Epic in 3rd, Wrenchhead, or no, Nick in 4th, Wrenchhead in 5th. Ridiculous. And they keep themselves steady. Can they stay consistent for 2.5 more laps? If they can, no more cautions will be called. Nick has charged his way to 2nd. Nick has charged his way up into 2nd place. Those fast corners are his strong suit. This is the fast corner section of the track. This is going to be a dogfight. One. First, yeah, we'll count both Juan and Nick flipping as ridiculous. Nick has got Juan beat on raw pace on raw lap time, but again, the consistency is key. You've seen both of them make mistakes before. This is so sketchy. The pack, there's a 5-truck battle for 3rd place right now. The podium is up to anyone's grabs right now. This is an insane race as it stands. I think NYC has made his way up to NYC. Is that NYC? I believe that's NYC. NYC, I think, has made his way up to 6th. Wow. We're 7th. Huh. Somewhere up there. Bruh. Juan is currently prospering. And there is more time for things to happen. This straightaway and this last turn. Because both are very heavy draft areas and very quick areas of the track. Juan's gonna lead his 2nd lap of the day. Nick pulling out a 240.4 though. 2 seconds up on raw pace. 4 laps to go. 2 laps until no more cautions. This is insane, folks. I think Nate is holding out there. I'm giving him 2 to go. This is a long run type of series. This is insane. They are still dogfighting it out. I think Nick might. Nick might have overtaken there. Nope, Juan takes it back. They're side by side right now. What Nick considers advantageous. The dogfight, the effort. The effort, the commitment, the consistency that both of these drivers have put in this entire race has to be rewarded in one way or another. Both of them are almost dead even on Sector 1 times. in terms of lap time, they're fairly even. Right between the top dog. Wrenchhead and Nate side by side for P3, and Epic and Timmy side by side for P5. The face of this race has turned quite interesting, quite unrecognizable from where we first started. Field shakeup has been palpable. Thinking of funny buzzwords to say. Got Juan in the draft. Oh, no! That's gonna be our yellow. That's gonna be our yellow. Yep. Stop. Stop when you cross the line. Stop when you cross the line. Cross the line and then stop. Ooh, this might be final caution of the race. This is gonna be insane. Oh boy. This is ridiculous. Nick, the driver strongest on the long runs, has just been robbed of his last chance at a long run in this race. This is insane. I'm gonna get a phone charger real quick. No. Oh, Nick does have a fan in chat. Alright, let me double check this field. Nick, Juan, Nate, Timmy, Wrenchhead. Oh, Matt's made his way up to 6th. Epic and NYC, you guys can switch spots. Same with Shelby and Junior. Or are they not going to? Wait. Junior and Shelby switch sides. NYC and Epic please switch sides. Yep, that's better. Super's still here. Call it. Oh, we need to unlock. Super disconnected. Get unlocked. Setting the laps real quick. I'd have to fix the laps a second. Turn your lights off, bro. 3 laps left. 3 laps. Lap 20 of 20 is still a lap. Alright. We are set. The grid ready? Do we have anyone not ready for this final restart? It's all on the table here, folks. Alright, everyone. Get ready. Get ready, everyone. Lock in. Here we go. And we are green for potentially the final restart of the Dickies Kickoff. That's it. This is all the marbles. If they can just clear this lap without a crap ton of incidents. Make it to no cautions. Oh, Nick is in the DORK sign! Oh no! Counting that as one. I'm counting that as one. That's the last thing he needed. That is the last thing he needed. Ah. 6-8, whoa! Oh my word. Cannot believe this. It's Juan Epic and Nate fighting for the dog food. There are still 3 laps where you can take this all back. Juan has made it to clear skies up in the front with Nate in second. Oh, Epic in second. Nate in third. I think that Supra made his way up to fourth after that restart. Am I on the track? I don't have collisions, but oh, I am on the track. Oops. Oh, who was that? That is 2. If they can make it through this lap without 2 more incidents. Whoa, Nate bicycles, that's not what he needed at all. Gonna be a race for the ages. Oh my, oh my. Oh, ripe, fresh banana. Dane. Oh, again, he's not, as you said earlier, he is not out of this race. Do not count him out. Do not count anyone out from this race right now. Oh, Juan is flipped in the banking! Oh! That's 3. That's the 3rd incident. The caution's off. Oh no, that's it for Juan. No more cautions. That one mistake. That is true. Nate's holding the lead, 2 to go. This is ridiculous. This is insane. Epic is sideways. Whoa. Trucks are everywhere, but there's no more cautions. It's all hands on deck. Nick has made his way up to second. Nate is holding onto that lead. Oh, he's gonna take the lead from Nate, but it's not. It's far from over. Juan is back in the fray. He's up into 5th. And Juan is gaining ground. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. Wrenchhead's made it up to... Oh, Juan has made it up to 3rd. This is insane. Oh no! Nate's no! Juan is back in second. It's Juan and Nick again. Oh my word. This is ridiculous. The mistakes just keep catching up to everybody who's trying to battle for the win. This is ridiculous. Juan and Nick are both moving with purpose. That purpose is to see the checkered flag and be the first one to do so. We've got a crazy mid-pack fighting for second place right now. Nick's still got some good ground on the field right now. He is driving like an absolute monster. Nick's throwing caution to the wind, getting a 2:39 to fight for this victory. It is the white flag. One more lap to go around the giant Haybale factory. Nick with clear skies ahead of him. He's just got to keep it consistent. Timmy has worked his way up to the battle for second along with Nate and Wrenchhead. Super in the fray as well. Juan not too far behind. This race is going to define some legacies, I feel like. Ups and downs, what a roller coaster of a race. Even though trophy trucks are pretty well equipped to handling a bunch of major bumps, everyone has had bumps in their road and their quest to see the checkered flag this race. But it's all about to come to an end. Oh, honestly, what incredible. This is gonna be a huge one. A huge one. With a 119.4, still driving the absolute balls off of that truck to try and maintain that first place. Oh, Supra spins on the straightaway. Some ground there. Wrenchhead holding that second spot with Nate in third, Timmy in fourth. This is the part where he lost it all a couple times, actually. Up for the sign, there's, I don't know if the same sign can haunt him here. He's just got to be as careful as humanly possible. He's got free track ahead of him. We still got 2 corners to go. You never know. Nate and Wrenchhead neck and neck for that second spot. Same with Juan and Timmy for that 4th place spot. And here we come. Nick coming out of the banking at the giant Haybale factory is going to take his first career win here at the Dickies Kickoff. What an amazing performance, but it's not over yet, it's not over yet. I think Nate is going to take second away from Wrenchhead, with Wrenchhead just barely trailing behind. That's going to be Timmy taking 4th from Juan. Super in 6th. Shelby in 7th. Why does Super's lap not count? Super's in 6th. I think he missed sector 2. Be Matt in 8th. Junior in 9th. NYC in 10th. Epic Man in 11th. Didn't count some of y'all's laps for some reason. And unfortunately 684 is going to finish last, but wow. I'm gonna fix this quick. This is Supra was 6th. Across the line in 6. Alright, everyone. That's going to be it for the Dickies Kickoff. The official results posted in announcements with Nick taking home his first career win with a 7-second lead. Not a dork sign, not a few flips in Sector 2 could stop him. Charging his way to the win. With Wrenchhead in second, Nate in third, gonna round out our podiums. Epic hates everything. Nick is gonna make his way. There's been multiple times where Nick had an opportunity to take the victory into his own hands, and he unfortunately did not get to cash in on it. But not this time. Nick's gonna make his way into that first position. Optimus truck briefly. Take it out of the truck. Next game froze apparently. He's still in the perfect photo position. Ooh. I gotta give it to literally all of y'all. That race was long, that race was treacherous, that race had some battles all up in. Yeah, I've ever been involved in this is awesome. Cool. Whew. That might be my favorite race I've ever hosted. Everyone did a fantastic job. I gotta commend everyone in the field. These things are not easy to drive. Oh, Nick has fallen down. No longer on top of his truck. He froze in the perfect spot. Alright, I think we should give the podium an interview. Let's go top 5. Let's go top 5. Hold on, I believe. On senior. Oh, good news, you don't have to see it for the rest of the season, so. Fortunate Juan. You still put on a hell of a performance. I gotta commend you there, though. Did lead 3 laps. The driver who led the most laps outside of Nick. So, gotta give it to him. True. That will be Timmy. Timmy made his way up to 4th. Okay. Okay. You're racing. Gotta capitalize when you can. Oh. He's in VC. I think he's in VC, is he? No, he's not. Okay, I lied. Oops. Cinema. Bro. Seamless sponsor transition. What a man. Oh. Yeah. Copperhead Canyon will be next Tuesday. This is true. A week from today. Probably same time as it stands. We don't know for sure yet, but see. Thank you everyone for showing up. I had a grand old time. I hope you guys enjoyed this race as much as I did. Of course, there were some things that needed to iron out. Shut up. I appreciate your guys' patience on every aspect. So, looking forward to doing more dorking with y'all. Peace out, everyone. Have a good one. We're gonna be the end of the live stream for the 6 people in chat. Actually, hello, 6 of you in chat. All right. I hope you all enjoyed the first race of the Dork season. This will probably be broadcasted on a new channel once we get it all set up. Just wanted to throw this one on here just to, you know, make it work. But wow. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope to see you all next week, as planned, for some more Dork action. Bye-bye.